Hey everyone, in my last video I showed how to install Clip Studio Paint on Linux using wine bottles, but a lot of beginners found it hard to follow and the method had issues such as buggy UIs and broken time lapses. On top of that, Clip Studio version 5 launched and subsequently broke licensing activation on wine entirely, so in this video I'll show a much easier method using a pre-configured install script with patches that fixes most of these issues. It works on pretty much any standard distro, Mint, Ubuntu, CachyOS, and so on, with NixOS and systems with non-standard file layouts being the main exception. Let's get into it. To get started, you want to open a terminal. Here we're going to type curl, which is going to grab our script. We're going to type dash to set some flags. F is to fail silently. S is for silent mode. Capital S for showing errors, and capital L is to follow redirects. And this is because I simplified the install process so it's easier to type. I'm going to type where the script lives, which is https:// and in a box.art/cspenguin. We're going to hit space and we're going to end that with bash. And this is a vertical line. This command could be copied from the description below. And if you are concerned with what you're running, you can find all of the code on the GitHub down below. Now that we have this typed, we're going to press enter. We're going to be prompted with CSPenguin installer. I built this experience to be as easy as possible for a beginner. Let's start with picking the version of Clip Studio Paint you want. I'm going to press 1 for version 5. It's going to check for dependencies and it's going to install the Clip Studio installer. Because my system already has the dependencies needed to install Clip Studio, my script has skipped dependencies. If your system doesn't have the dependencies needed, it'll prompt you to enter your sudo password, which is your account login password in most cases, and it will then automatically install all the dependencies it needs. But since, I already have dependencies installed on my system, it's skipping that step. This script should also work with all versions of Clip Studio Paint. I've only tested the script for version 4 and version 5, but if you have an older version, such as a perpetual license for version 1, you can also provide a custom installer or a URL path to download. Okay, Clip Studio is wrapping up its download. The download speed could really depend on Clip Studio servers itself. Sometimes it's really fast, sometimes it's really slow, but it really depends on how fast Clip Studio allows us to install. After Clip Studio is finished downloading, the script is going to try to set up a wine prefix, which is what we're going to be using to run Clip Studio itself. As you can see, because it's changing system files, it's prompting me to enter my sudo password. So I'm just going to do that real quick. Once that goes through, it's going to set up the runtime and patches. This step is the longest in the process and could take anywhere from as quick as 5 minutes to as long as 30. So I would just go and pet a cat, maybe take a walk, and come back to the install. Most of what's happened so far in the install script is just getting your system ready for Clip Studio Paint. The script has downloaded the Clip Studio Paint installer, downloaded any system dependencies that might be needed to run Clip Studio Paint, set up a wine prefix, and now it's installing all the additional libraries that makes running a Windows application on Linux possible. And as we wait for that, I thought I'd use this opportunity to plug myself. If this script works for you and you found it helpful at all, I would really appreciate it if you bought me a coffee via Ko-Fi. You could either choose to support me one time for a $3 donation, or you could choose a membership. I know that self-advertisements like this is a little bit annoying, but it really does help with me making art and install. Oh, okay, let's close that. It seems like everything we need for the runtime has installed properly. And now it's going to install WebView 2, which is needed for the interface to work. And that flashing there, that's just my Windows manager. That won't happen on your system unless you're running something called Cronkite. So I'm just going to grab that and make sure it doesn't flash like crazy. Great. Awesome. Now that we're at step 5, everything has been set up. All we have to do is run the Clip Studio launcher now. And once again, it's all handled by the script. So you press enter. It's going to boot up the setup. You're going to have to wait a little bit. To continue, click next. I'm going to accept the terms of the license agreement, and I'm going to install Clip Studio in the default program files location. Just to explain this a little bit more, this isn't the C drive on your system. Rather, it's the C drive of the wine prefix we set up. Okay, let's hit next and next again. install. And the installation wizard is complete. We're going to hit finish. It will take a moment for the script to react. And we're going to wait that out. After Clip Studio has been installed, the script is actually going to do a couple more things. It's going to set up your desktop entries. It's going to set up your launch scripts. It's going to set up a KDE window rule. It's also going to set up Clip Studio thumbnailing, which means that Clip Studio files will display the correct content on your file manager. The last thing the script is going to do is ask you if you want to enable a pre-warm. And what a pre-warm does is upon login of your computer, it's going to run all the necessary wine stuff so that opening Clip Studio is just a little bit faster. This step is completely optional, but it does make booting up the program faster, so I'm going to hit yes. Now you can find Clip Studio in your app menus or launch it via the terminal with this command right here. This script has changed system settings to make Clip Studio run faster. So it's also recommended that you log out and back into your system. For this tutorial, we're not going to do that because I'm just going to show you that Clip Studio is in fact working. Now that the script has finished installing, you can safely close the window. On your desktop, it has configured Clip Studio and Clip Studio Paint. You could launch the program via these two icons, or you can search directly via your app launcher. Let's launch Clip Studio first. The first time launching the program after finishing an install, it's going to take a little bit for it to boot up. But just understand that it's never going to be as fast as opening Clip Studio on a Windows computer. I'm going to uncheck both of these. You don't have to. I'm just going to uncheck them. Hit OK. Then Clip Studio is going to go through its first time setup. We're going to hit OK. It's going to ask you if you want to download the 2.5 gigabytes of materials available. I hit yes because I want it. As you can see, the asset store has fully loaded in. If you've ever tried installing Clip Studio via something like Wine or wine bottles, etc., you'll know that the interface is really broken, but I've put a lot, way too much effort actually into trying to fix all of the issues you'll face navigating the interface, meaning you can log in. You can now log in directly through the Clip Studio asset store. If we were to click login, you'll see that we're prompted with all the login prompts. You could come up here, you can click settings, and it will show all the setting options available. You could close that. If you were to click on any of the social media posts, it'll open them in your browser. Everything works as it is intended to. As Clip Studio is installing your additional materials, you're free to open up Clip Studio. I don't think there's any issues with that. So we're going to do that. Let's click that. And once again, going to be a bit slow, so let's just wait it out. Now I have Clip Studio on my Huon tablet. Let's test the first thing, which is pressure sensitivity. As you can see, out of the box, we're having some issues here. My cursor's here. I don't see a hovered cursor, and it's really, oh, there's a huge offset. It's a really easy fix. You want to come into Files, you want to come into Preference, and come down to Tablet. And I'm going to select Use Mouse Mode. OK. And now we have that fixed. It seems like pressure sensitivity is working. Since I use Clip Studio all the time, I have very specific setup I want. So we're actually going to go back to the asset store. And I'm going to go to Manage Materials. I'm going to go to the cloud. And I'm going to download my workspace. I'm going to go to my Materials panel. I'm going to open up Downloads and drag and drop my workspace in. And that's how I like my workspace set up. A lot of people from my last video asked me how you get your brushes imported in. There's a couple ways to do this. One way is to re-download everything through your asset store, and the other way is through brush files. And you can export your brushes on your primary system by right-clicking and hitting Export Tools, or you could export a group section by right-clicking the group section and exporting tool group. Here are all the files I have exported. In order to import this, I'm going to drag it directly into where I want it to be. So in this case, it's going to be under brushes, watercolor, thick paint, and I'm going to put it right there. After letting go, it's going to pop up with this panel that says importing image material included in tools. So we're just going to chill a little bit. And as you see, all of the tools have imported in. There is still a tool that I'm missing. Search for materials on assets. Once we're here, I'm going to go to my favorite items and I'm going to download a material. Re-download. I love this analog pencil brush. It is so cool. I use it in nearly all of my drawings. So let's go back to Clip Studio. And as you can see, we have the two brushes downloaded. So I'm going to drag and drop in my analog pencil. Great. And that's it. That's how you install Clip Studio Paint on Linux. The one real downside is that boot times are noticeably slower than on Windows. My workaround is just to launch Clip Studio Paint in the background when I boot up my PC, so it's ready when I need it. Like last time, I'll pin a comment below with frequently asked questions and updates if anything changes down the line. I think this method should hold up for a while, so this will probably be my last Clip Studio on Linux video for now. If you enjoyed this, I would love to have you hang out on my Twitch, where I stream art, live 2D rigging, and games every Monday, Friday, and Saturday 1 p.m. PST. Bye bye!